Hi everyone, Chef Leroy here, and I just returned from Japan just recently, and I wanted to give you guys a couple tips before you go. This should help you quite a bit with your travel to Japan, all right? So we went from Minneapolis to Tokyo, and then we took a bullet train from Tokyo to Osaka. That's the only places that we stayed. And then we also did do a little trip up into Kyoto a couple days. Now, make sure you book your flight, of course, ahead of time. We flew on Delta. We're lucky here in Minnesota because we have a direct flight to Tokyo, so that was awesome. We flew in Comfort Plus, which is quite a bit more expensive, but the seats recline, got a little footrest, so they're pretty nice. You also get alcohol drinks if you want them. And they do seem to serve you a little bit more, and the meals are good too. Okay, so that's one thing. Second tip, we took a bullet train from Tokyo to Osaka. Okay, we traveled by, it's Ninja Rail is the company that we purchased tickets through. And what they do is they send you out your itinerary and you get a barcode. You go to one of the ticket machines before the station, which is Shinkansen Station, which is in the Tokyo station. It can be really confusing in that station. That train station is huge. And also, just a little note, when you're going from the airport to the train station, there are several ways to get there. Now, monorail they have, but it does not go directly to the train station. And neither does the other train that goes from the airport. There's some transfers that you have to take. There's also buses, and you can take cabs, of course. So that's something just to let you know. All right, so again, if you're not familiar with the train station, ask questions. It'll help. Just the signs are in English and in Japanese, and it's not too bad, okay? So the bullet train was pretty awesome. It goes really fast. It stops several places on the way, but it was pretty convenient. And also, like I said, we booked our tickets in advance. There are trains that travel so often from Tokyo Station to Osaka. I mean, they literally leave like every 15 or 20 minutes. It's insane. But I booked mine ahead, so I was safe. Like I said, I was sent a little barcode that went with it. And again, we used Ninja Rail. Okay. So tip number three, make sure that you get some cash before you go. The Japanese yen is actually really cheap right now to the dollar. It's like 63 cents to our dollar. So it's really reasonable. Both of us, my wife and I, we both got out about, it's just shy of 400 bucks, but it was 60,000 yen for the two of us. And that lasted the whole trip. And that was using it at restaurants, markets, and other places that we use the cash. We basically had very little cash when we were leaving. But make sure you do it before you leave. We saw the currency booth there for the currency exchange area, and it was really, really busy. So if you're in a crunch time trying to move from one place to another, you might be overwhelmed. So make sure you bring cash ahead of time. All right. Now, step number four, we prepaid for Wi-Fi. So both of us had a Wi-Fi router, and I rented these through Ninja Wi-Fi. You can pick them up in the airport. It's really convenient, and then you drop them off at the airport. It's so easy. All you do is, like I said, I prepaid for the two of them, and you just go up and show them your reservation number. They give you your little packet that it comes in. You get a charger with it. You get the battery pack, so you have a battery charger pack, portable, and then you get the router. And it's pretty small too, so it doesn't take up a lot of space. But we used it all over the place, and we never had a problem with any of the Wi-Fi. So that is extremely important. I would highly recommend it. Now again, I use Ninja Wi-Fi. There's other services available. You can choose what you like. But I'm telling you, this worked out Fantastic. All right, now number 5, download these apps before you go. Google Translator. It was a game changer for us. It's super nice. You can use the voice part and add or dictate what you want to say to them in Japanese. It'll show them what it is, and then you can have them basically speak to you in Japanese back to your phone, and it will dictate in English for you so you can read what they're saying back to you. The other thing that's really nice is you can use your phone's camera and you can scan words and it'll tell you what these items are. So if you're looking at a menu, you don't know what things are, it'll show you what they are. You may have to go further into a description of what some of these things are when you see the word, because you may not know what that is exactly, an ingredient or something like that, but it was super nice to have. Google Translator, make sure you download it, okay? Now, another thing that we did before we left, this is number 6, basically, of these apps. I downloaded GoTaxi, and what I did is I put it onto one of my credit cards, so it's just like Uber, but I'm telling you what, it's like Uber on steroids. These cars are everywhere over there. They get to you within 3 to 5 minutes, and it's really convenient. And man, these cab drivers are super friendly people. The only problem is they don't speak much English. So again, Google Translator worked out awesome. We also use like Google search or whatever, and when we wanted to go to a specific place, we could show them on our phone where we were trying to go with the address and stuff. That worked out really well. So it's called GoTaxi. Look it up. It worked out great. Again, I attached it to one of my credit cards, and it was just billed to it. And now the thing about taxis and that over there in restaurants, you don't have to tip. But you know what? A lot of times I was tipping these guys anyway because they're really nice people. All right. Now, another app to get, or not an app, but another thing to get is called a travel card, or an IC card is what they call them in Japan. Now, we used what was called the Sika card, or Soika card, I think it was the better word for it. It goes into your wallet, and what you do if you want to find it, if you go into your wallet and go to the top right, there's a little plus sign, click on that, and then go look for the transportation cards, and then go look up Japan. It'll show you the transportation cards that are available. We use the Soika card, which is this green card, and I'll tell you what, it is really convenient for all the subways, trains, and buses. You can use it in convenience stores, and you can use it in vending machines as well. It's just scan. You just go right up to like if you're going through the subway, you go right up to the little scanner, beep, and it shows you your balance, and it shows you what the charge was, and you go right through. It was such a time saver. It's incredible. That's called an IC card. In fact, even on the entrances into the subway, you'll see a little symbol. It says IC, and that's where you go to scan your phone. You just pop it up in your wallet, and boom, you're right through that. So make sure you have an IC card before you leave. I think that's about it. I'll tell you honestly, with the IC card, what we did, so you can add money to it right away, and then I had it attached to also to Apple Pay. So when I was there, I had already charged $5,000 onto it. So I put $5,000 onto my card. That was my opening balance, and then I think we were well into our trip, like close to 8 or 9 days already into our trip or something like that, before we actually had to add more money to it. And it was super easy to do. It says right on there, add money, and you click it, and it comes, you tell them how much you want to add to it. I put another 2,000 yen on it. Well, just so you know, 5,000 yen is about $33. So it's not a lot of money. In fact, the whole time we were there on that transportation part of it, I only used about, I think, not even $70. It was my cost for all that traveling that we did and using that IC card. And the cool part is I still had a little bit of balance on that IC card, and I used it at a vending machine in the airport. I bought a bottle of water, and it was, honestly, the bottle of water at the airport was 91 cents. So super awesome. You can buy snacks out of the machines too, which is cool. So these are a few tricks and tips I would say that really helped us when we went to Japan. Another thing to know is that there are no garbages, like public garbages there. So if you have trash, you have to bring it with you until you can literally find a garbage can. Littering there is a big deal, so don't do that. The places, the streets are and areas are really clean. They're very proud of that. And you don't walk around and eat in public either. If you buy something and you're going to eat it, you're going to either stand somewhere or sit somewhere. It's really frowned on to walk around and eat. Also, like drinking and stuff. I mean, if you're drinking water or something, that's one thing. But usually, you're going to stand in one spot anyway, for the most part. So those are a couple things. The trip was fantastic. I've got some video that I'm going to throw out here. It'll be by the day, basically, on our travel around Japan. That like I said, we went from, we flew into Tokyo. From Tokyo, we took the bullet train to Osaka. And when we were in Osaka, we went up to Kyoto a couple days. We had a couple different events that we attended up there. And then we were back in Tokyo, and that was where we went and flew back out of Tokyo. The trip was fantastic. Food is incredible. It's probably one of my favorite trips that we've ever been on. I would say Norway is still up there high too, but Japan was incredible. So that's what I've got for you guys today. Hope you enjoy the videos. Please subscribe if you haven't. The subscriptions just let you know when videos been thrown out there. It doesn't cost you any money to join. And if you like the videos, hit the like button. Throw in the comments for me. I'll be happy to respond to your comments or answer any questions you have if I can. Otherwise, you guys have a fantastic day. Chef Leroy, and out.